So it is time for the final season of our Dover Athletics save, and we are in the Europa Conference League this season. We've already played 4 games as well in the Premier League, currently sat 6th place. We've had a pretty decent start. We are going to talk about transfers because there has been a lot of business, probably as you'd expect. Most of it is actually leaving the club, and we are going to fly through the names very quickly. Javier Moreno, Cesar Javier Moreno in fact, has left, signing for Shakhtar for about £25 million. He was running out of his contract, basically. I think he had another season, like 2 years left on his deal. So we thought, you know what, let's cash in now. Adrian Barton has jumped over the channel and signed for Monaco. He's also driven all the way through France as well to get there. £10 million for Barton. Basically, similar to Moreno, he was running out his contract. Mohamed Gross, do you remember him? We signed him, played him once, scored a goal, loaned him out and never saw him again. He's left, he's gone to Rennes. Tong Song Tao has also left the club, going over to Hoffenheim. Maximilian Meyer has also left, going to Vigo. Mamadou Diallo has moved over to Union Berlin. Chidiberi Effiong has signed for Bournemouth. And Don Carson has signed for Stoke. But that's not all. Andrew Bean has moved to Wolves for £6 million. DJ Coadio has signed for Southampton for £30 million. This one I wasn't so sure was a good idea. Time will tell. And Rashid Benjaloun has gone out on loan to West Brom. There's been a lot of business. There's still more to talk about as well when it comes to loan deals. Benjaloun's probably one of the biggest ones there. Joining the club then, in no real particular order, is Pedro Castillo, a 19-year-old Mexican right-back. We basically needed more right-backs, didn't we? So Castillo is in £4.1 million. Actually a decent bit of business, I think. Niels de Haan is a left-back. I promise you he's a left-back. He's a natural left-back, but he can also play as a left-winger. Signed from Feyenoord for probably too much money, nearly £20 million, but Niels de Haan is going to be good. Alexandre is a Brazilian central defender, signed from CEC, which I believe is Cruzeiro, if I'm not mistaken. He's cost £9 million, and we loaned him out, and he's already come back. How has he already come back? That's right, I recalled him, because I realised we probably need some more midfielders. Hence why he's got a little orange circle there, because that's where we're training him. Our big summer signing is 23-year-old Belgian striker and winger Loic Christians. He has cost us nearly £40 million. I think he's superb. Is he not? Is that just me thinking he's superb? He's superb, and he's only 23. We have also loaned in Gerard McGill from Manchester United because we don't have a huge amount of homegrown players, and he does count, despite the fact that he's from Northern Ireland, he does count as a homegrown player, which is good to see. He's here for the season. Probably won't play too much, but he's a good option. And last but not least, we have signed a giant fanny. He is 6'6", he is Christian Fanny. He is a wing-back, apparently. He's not a wing-back, he's definitely a centre-back. He's 6'6". We brought him in because he's actually good and his name's funny, okay? He's cost £9 million, which might be a bit steep, but he's good, right? That is basically our transfer business. You can see as well a whole load of other loans. Hussey going out on loan, a man called Ricky Hawkins going out on loan, Zakuani, Goodmanson, Overton, Tony Smiljovic, who's actually not a bad footballer at the moment. He's gone out on loan to Norwich, which is going to hopefully help him develop. Mickey Durkin going to Brentford as well. So we've done a lot of business. £60 million has come in. Actually, it's more about 90 million pounds because that 30 million also came in. So did that 6 million. We brought in £100 million. We've spent probably £100 million as well, actually, looking at it. This is obviously the start of the season, but we are already at the Europa Conference League group stage because we've played 2 matches against De Graafschap of Holland, I believe, or Netherlands. We beat them both times, which is quite convincing, which is good. A 4-0 and a 2-1. We have also gone undefeated in the league, but we have drawn with Bournemouth and Man City, which means we're not as high up the table as perhaps we should be. Today, it's going to be Panathinaikos. It's going to be KV Mechelen. We also have Don Streda from Slovakia in our group. We should win this group quite comfortably. So then, match number 1 of the episode. At home against Panathinaikos, it is going to be Martins in goal, Mokhtar, Ali, Zouari and Dehan in defence. I'm fully aware Dehan is not really a particularly good left-back, but if he's playing on attack, he should be perfectly fine there. That's my expectation. It's going to be Campbell and Morgan in the middle of the pitch. Christians, Basri and Bougre as the attacking midfielders, with Albert leading the line. Subs bench, Kavic, Leandro Darko Ballo, Alexandre McGill and Keith Wooten, who, by the way, Keith Wooten, he's good. He's actually turning into a half-decent footballer. I just need him to, be consistent. That will help. So we are here then at the Crabble Athletic Ground. That's right, Crabble. I've spent 15 seasons playing this save. And I always thought it was the Crab Athletic Ground. There's an L. There's an L after the B's. It's the Crabble Athletic Ground. But anyway, here we are. It's surely going to be a sellout because absolutely everything is. Panathinaikos is probably the hardest team in the group, but I think we are good enough to get some points here. I am looking at the league table and thinking that Dunstreda, if that's how you pronounce it, I think are going to be a bit of a wild card here. They could be amazing. I don't know. I don't think they're going to be amazing, but they could be absolutely amazing and just blow KV Mechelen out the water. We, so far, are 21 minutes in. We've had 9 shots, but only one of them on target. Christiansen finds Aubert, his fellow Belgian, and Aubert's effort is easily saved by the keeper. It's going to be Bougre to take this. From the right, it's not the best corner. Campbell's going to collect it. Bougre's still there. He was offside. That's why he left it. He was offside. Fair enough, you're not a clown. You are a bit of a clown. 10 minutes left to play in the first half. Oh, and we've got ourselves another chance. It's another corner. Basri finds Morgan, and Andy Morgan has his first goal of the season. We've actually done something from a corner. I've not been good at corners since they fixed the front post corner thing. So that shows you something. I think this might be our first goal from a corner in a very long time. Have they even fixed the front post corner thing? Am I just imagining that and it's still a problem, I just haven't been utilising it? It's a free kick for Panathinaikos with 30 seconds of normal time to play of the first half. It's a long ball. Zawari can get the ball clear. Christophe Aubert controls it. Stops. That's not the best decision, mate. And Biff Sass is in on goal. Biff Sass's effort is saved by Martins. I don't know whether you've noticed, I'm trying to not say any of the Panathinaikos players' names because I will balls them up. I'm also struggling to say Panathinaikos. Straight into the second half, no changes for us, although I'm looking at possibly Mokhtar to come off. He's struggling for some reason. Also Bougre, but that's more because I like to rotate our attacking players. Almost an hour on the clock and we've got another highlight in the second half. It's Vishas on the left, crosses it in. Maged Ali from his loan spell at Benfica, I think it was, playing in the Champions League last season, clears the ball and it is just superb football. What a save that is from the goalkeeper as well. Aubert really should have had that goal. Should be 2-0, instead we have a corner. It's going to be Basri to take it. We're going to put it onto the front post once again. It's towards Zawari, but he doesn't get there. Zawari with a free kick now then. Towards Christophe Aubert. And Christophe Aubert is there at the back post. His 6th goal of the season. 2-0 now against Panathinaikos. That should put this game to bed. We've deserved more goals. Looking at the match stats, we've got an XG of 2.22, but only 2 goals to show for it. Substitution times, we're going to do a double swap. Wooten for Aubert, Leandro for Niels de Haan. I think that's all we're going to do. Maybe we do another one. Maybe we do Basri for Darko, or we do Christians for Darko. We'll do Christians for Darko. We have just done all of our subs with like 30 minutes to play, but that shouldn't be a problem. Mokhtar with a throw. Back to Campbell. Forward finds Mokhtar once again. He's crossed in. It's a strange cross. It's found Bougre, and we've made it 3-0. And all of our goals have come from headers. We don't score headers. I don't score headers in Football Manager. How have we got 3 of them? Are we going to get 4 of them? Darko's corner comes in. It's towards Maged Ali. It's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a penalty. Do we want Basri to take it? Do we want... I mean, Basri is our best penalty taker. Yeah, we'll let Basri take it. It's fine. It's fine. We'll let him do it. We can hopefully win 4-0. It's Martins. Why is it Martins? Why is it I didn't change it to Martins. Did I? Oh, my word. Oh, at least he scored. Okay, that's his 2nd goal for the club. It's 2nd goal of the season, is it? I'm not sure that's his 2nd goal of the season, you know. I'm now confused. Why is that your 2nd goal of the season? It's definitely not, is it? It's not your 2nd goal of the season. It's your 2nd goal for the club, but not of the season. You scored last season, didn't you? Yeah, you got one last season in the continental competitions. Okay, that worried me. 5 minutes away then from the full-time whistle. It's going to be a 4-0 victory. It looks like KV Mechelen have just taken the lead as well against Dunstrada, so they're going to pick up 3 points there. It's a good result. It's a good result. It's what I expected. See? Crabble with an L-E. Told you it was Crabble. Anyway, we've picked up about £500,000. We will go top of the group. KV Mechelen in 2nd. And that is going to be our 2nd match of the episode. So we've got Chelsea, Newcastle in the Carabao Cup and Watford as well to play in the league. We'll come back at the start of October for the KV Mechelen game. We've made it over to Belgium for the KV Mechelen game. In between, we played 2 league games and a cup game. We drew 3-3 with Chelsea in the league. We beat Watford 1-0 in the league. We lost 4-3 against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. Annoyingly as well, we were 3-0 up after 20 minutes in the Newcastle game, and then we threw it all away. anyway for the Europa Conference League game. It's going to be Martins in goal, Mokhtar, Bala Zawari and Leandro in defence. Leandro comes in because of an injury to Dehan, which is annoying. I'm still not sure. Do we want to play? We play Ali. Let's give Ali lots of games because we know he's going to be good, right? Campbell and Morgan in midfield. Darko, Basri and Bougre as the attackers with Christians as our lead striker. We're also missing Christophe Albert, who is out for 7 days to 3 weeks with a groin strain, annoyingly. You know what? We're going to put Fanny on the bench as well, just because I want to bring Fanny on. So if we can beat KV Mechelen, I think it's safe to say that we are good enough to win this group. And arguably, I think we don't even need to beat KV Mechelen to know that we're good enough to win this group, because we're good enough to win this group, aren't we? Mechelen are playing a worrying formation, though, where they've got that attacking midfielder, which always seems to undo us, and also a defensive midfielder always seems to undo us as well. Why is there nobody in that stand? Like, no one at all is in that stand, and it's the camera stand. It's a bit odd. It's a ball through. Bougre is going to pick that one up, and he's hit it wide. He's actually missed an open goal, everybody. Mechelen with the goal kick over the halfway line, and they've picked this ball up, and they're going to be 1-0 in front, aren't they? They should be 1-0 in front. Then again, we should be 1-0 in front as well. Martins rolls out to Magad Ali. Victor Leandro on the left-hand side. He's going to go for a run down the wing. The Brazilian forward finds Bougre. Should have scored earlier. Stops, holds up play. Back to Leandro. Back to Bougre. 3 possible options in the box. Bougre's gone down. If Martins takes this penalty, something's broken. It's not Martins. It is going to be Anas Basri stepping up to take it then. It's going to be a left-footed penalty. It's sent into the bottom corner. Keeper got it right, but didn't get hold of the ball. Basri with a free kick now. Bougre's going to flick the head on. I thought that was just going to coast straight over the goalkeeper and in the back of the net, but it did not. Panathinaikos have also taken the lead in their game. It's Zawari for us. Bougre collects it. So far, Bougre's been involved in a lot of football, hasn't he? Down the line is Anas Basri. He's got 2 in the middle if he wants to try and cross it. Back to Bougre instead. Is he going to cross it? No, back to Morgan. Now Leandro. Morgan again. Of course he's going to lose the ball there, but he keeps hold of it somehow. Morgan's cross. Darko's there at the back. Doesn't get on the end of it. Mokhtar keeps it alive. 4 in the box. Bougre gets it across. Basri's there. And Anas Basri makes it 2-0. Basri really should not be scoring goals, should he? That's not his job, although he is playing as a shadow striker, which I guess that is his job. Basri's there. Basri's just scored a hat-trick. What a finish as well. Basri scored a hat-trick after 32 minutes, and they've all been just completely different goals. A penalty, then a simple goal, and then that is spectacular. I know Basri's been good for a few years, but have we just seen a crowning moment in Basri's career where he's suddenly just turned it up to 11 and deciding he's scoring all sorts of goals as well? If he can get a header, that's great. Cross-field ball, Darko's there. It's cleared off the line. Campbell's going to hopefully keep it alive, but I don't think he will. He didn't, and it's now half-time. KV Mechelen doing absolutely nothing. Basri is doing absolutely everything, isn't he? Right, we've had a lot of shots. Keep going. It's inspired everybody. That's good. Our entire subs bench is looking complacent. That's a worry. Like I said, in between the 2 matches, we did play Newcastle, and we were 3-0 up after about 25 minutes. So we can definitely throw it away from this position. Darko's ball forward. Christensen chests it down. What a shot that was from the Belgian against the Belgian side, but it is over the bar. You can see as well, KV Mechelen obviously panicked with the 3-0 from the first half. They've done all of their subs at half-time. Bougre with the ball on the left. He's got some options in the middle. On the ground, Basri. Is it goal number 4? It's almost goal number 4, but Delannoy can hold on to it and kick it over the halfway line. So something is carrying on. Siemens has it on the ground. Bronkhorst, long-range effort, and he's rattled the underside of the bar. Zawari can clear it. An hour now on the clock. Do we want to do some changes? I mean, at this point, it's going to be difficult to throw it away, but it's certainly possible. Nathan Forster and Keith Wooten coming on. Christians and Morgan coming off. We've got one more sub, which I think we're going to leave for Fanny. Looks like we've got a free kick in a good position, and it's probably going to be Basri to take it. Yes, it is. Left-footed from Basri, and it is over the bar this time. That was an absolute rocket of a free kick as well. Final 10 minutes, Zawari is the man to make way for Christian Fanny, who I think this is probably going to be his debut. 6 minutes of normal time to play, and KV Mechelen have come forward and headed just over the bar. Hopefully that was the whole highlight. I imagine it is. And it's going to be a very comfortable win, but the second half we just kind of gave up. We didn't do much in the second half at all. The full-time whistle goes, and as it does, it has just said that Basri has picked up some form of a knock, which is a worry, because Basri obviously getting an 8.9, scoring a hat-trick as well. He's a very important part of our team. He's out for 1 to 2 days. It's fine. It's nothing to worry about, everybody. So Basri will be back in time to play Fulham in 3 days, apparently. Look how good Basri is. Just look at how good he is. I mean, we're playing him as a shadow striker is what we actually play him as. He doesn't necessarily have all the attributes, but he's got pretty much all of them, hasn't he? It's only concentration, which is arguably a smidge too low. Bump that up to a 14, and he is just superb, isn't he? He is just absolutely superb. 26 years of age, just turned 26 as well, like 3 days ago in game. Basri he's probably our best player on paper. Although, sorting by star rating, we've got lots of 3.5-star players, Basri being one of them, Martins, Campbell, Christensen. Mokhtar apparently is also one of our best players. I'm not so sure. Mentally he's very good. Technically not so much. Anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. Next episode, we're going to go towards the Dunstredder game and probably KV Mechelen once again. We are focusing on Europe. That is our goal. The Premier League, we basically know that we're probably going to finish in the top 8. Anywhere in the top 8 is what I'm expecting, so that's not really too much of a problem. Europe is what we're trying to do. I wanted to try and win a cup, basically. Newcastle ballsed us up in the Carabao Cup, which is not ideal. I guess the FA Cup is also an option, but obviously that starts in January for us. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll be back with some more Europa Conference League action with Dover. Thanks for watching.